have a list for you. U.S. News and World Report is offering travelers some inspiration with their best hotels list of 2026. And here with us to talk about all of it is their senior travel editor, Elizabeth Von Tersch. Elizabeth, thank you so much for inspiring dreams in all of us.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
It's fun just to talk about it. So talk to us about how you even figure out what makes the list, because you guys looked at 31,000 hotels.
Yes. So we're really looking at three main components. So we look at other awards that the hotel has won in the industry, from Travel and Leisure to AAA. We also consider guest sentiment from our data partners, which include Kayak and Expedia, which, meaning reviews and things like that. And then third, we look at an average star rating across several platforms.
All right, so we should be upfront for our audience that cost is not very much a factor in this list. These are some of the highest of the high-end luxury hotels around the world.
Yes, exactly. For these larger regional lists, especially like the best in the U.S., those top spots are going to be quite costly, for the luxury service, for the amazing facilities. But that said, we do have a filter on our site where guests can look for certain price points that are within their budget.
Okay, so we have the top 5 here. What stands out to you about these? I've seen a lot of Four Seasons and a lot of Mandarin Oriental.
Yes. So, I would say what all of these properties do really well is connecting the guest to the destination. So, of course, easier for those resort hotels, Four Seasons Hawaii on Hawaii's Big Island. This has 8 different pools. One of them is a swimmable aquarium, which has local tropical fish that you can swim with at the resort. So really like connecting you and not just that cookie cutter resort, right?
But the fish are in the water with you. You can touch them or they're behind glass. You know this?
Yes.
How do you know this, Vladimir?
I'm not ashamed to say that in a private, people who follow me know that I worked on Wall Street for 20 years before I became a journalist. I have been to both of those 2 hotels.
To both?
In the top 2.
Be loud and proud, I love it.
The Lanai one was insane.
Yes.
The one on the Big Island, I actually went there with Marion, so it was a couple of years ago. But yeah, they're beautiful. They are unbelievably beautiful, and it's an experience like no other.
I've been to the Four Seasons Lanai website. Does that count?
Yes, absolutely. The pictures are beautiful, so it's almost as though you've been there.
All right, so let's take a look at why the location is so critical when you're coming up with this list.
Yes, so we don't actually factor in location at all into our ratings. So you're on the same platform, whether you're a city hotel or a sprawling resort.
The reason I ask is because Hawaii is Hawaii, and Chicago, Chicago.
Right, right. But that said, there are 3 city hotels in our top 5. So we have the Langham Chicago, we have the Mandarin Oriental New York just down the street, and then the Mandarin Oriental Boston. And I think that just goes to show that even if you don't have the sprawling resort, the 8 pools, you still can connect with the guest with your service levels.
And how do these city hotels do that? Because I understand how you do it when you're swimming with the fish in Hawaii, but why do these city hotels stand out?
I think where they come in really strong is that they treat every guest differently. They're not just, saying, okay, well, this is obviously a business traveler, he's in the city. No, they look at each guest, why they're staying there, and they tailor the stay to those guests. And that's really all of these luxury high-end properties are doing a great job of that.
So what do you say that you are looking at customer reviews? That's a third of the criteria that you're using. So what do people prioritize when they stay? Because we just showed that clip from White Lotus of Jennifer Coolidge, and I guess, as you pointed out, she was expecting that her luggage would be unpacked for her or something. What are people prioritizing when they think about paying the kind of money that you pay to stay at these places?
Yes, and I think, that's really crucial because not every guest is the same. So again, that's where they're coming in strong with treating each guest a little bit differently, kind of analyzing what that guest is looking for, giving the guest a choice. So some guests don't even want to speak to a staff member, right? They want to bypass the front desk and go straight to their rooms. Others are going to need a little bit more one-on-one interaction, so tailoring it to them.
I love that you're looking at reviews. You're probably also looking at the hotel responses to the reviews, the tour reviews, because that's always masterful, where they're like, we appreciate your feedback.
Yes.
Exactly.
We remember it differently. All right, Elizabeth, thank you so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
For more of their travel lists, you can go to usnews.com.